I'm in the house with my co-host, The Chat.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Hello, Governor. I was saying we were just listening to not East 99, not Eternal. We listened to Eternal by Bone on kombucha in the intermission. And I was saying, yo, that joint, the track is actually instrumental from the game, Eternal Champions. Eternal Champions was a fighting game. It was a fighting game back in like early '90s. I had that joint for Sega Genesis, and that was the instrumental from Eternal Champions. I think another track actually on the album is another instrumental from one of the menu screens. That's crazy. Bone's wild for that. They wild for that. All right, it's membership appreciation day. You know how we do. Shuffle from the big list, the biggest list. Let's shuffle most popular. See what we got here. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. The OG crossovers. I believe you're right. Odd Squad family. Oh, these dudes. Okay, these dudes. The dude Nubs. He was born with no lower extremities and shit. No outside extremities. Like he ain't got from his elbow out and from his knee out. He ain't got them. And the albino kid. And it's wild. Like this, what's up with this dude? What's up with the dude in the middle that he's like considered part of this squad? Like, cause each of them have something that make them stand out. What's your deal? Like, what's going on with you? He look normal as shit. It's just cause he got a bad lineup or something. I don't know. It's Odd Squad family, my dogs. Let's check it out, Joe. I saw what was this like? It was like a comedy show or something, and these dudes were in the audience, and the comedian was talking about Nubs or whatever. He had jokes and shit. This shit's crazy. All right, check it out. All right. Who added this to the list, man? Who added Odd Squad family to the list? I'd like to say Rav did this. I'd like to say Rav did this. He has 3 nipples.
Scary. Where my dogs at?
Hot dogs sound great right now. I don't know why, but
Barbecue hot dogs.
yeah, it's really
Chicago dog, really? Put a single on it. See what's right.
Me and my dog, great on our way to fetch a pay. Then we jumping over hurdles in our way. Me and my dog, cool. Ain't much left for us. What's in the dog house? Now we about to raise a roof. Me and my dog.
Yeah, I saw that. He actually has a video of him rolling weed with his nubs. Hey, listen, when there's a will, there's a way. Smokers gonna smoke, man. We gonna smoke.
Then we jumping over hurdles in our way. Me and my dog, cool. Ain't much left for us. What's in the dog house? Now we about to raise a roof. Me and my dogs, free. We be mobbing through the streets. Probably never should've let us off the leash. Me and my dog, yeet. We don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my dog.
They come running if I call, these my motherfucking dogs. All the times we stuck together with our backs against the wall. Everything you've done for me, I would do the same for y'all. Brush the dirt under the rug, then we wiping off our paws. The pack stays together, they bear witness to my flaws. You know who down to ride, but who still with you when you fall. Loyal to a team.
He got some bars. He got some bars.
We don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my dog.
They come running if I call, these my motherfucking dogs. All the times we stuck together with our backs against the wall. Everything you've done for me, I would do the same for y'all. Brush the dirt under the rug, then we wiping off our paws. The pack stays together, they bear witness to my flaws. You know who down to ride, but who still with you when you fall. Loyal to a T, stick together when it's hard. Like I said, these my motherfucking dogs. So if they need it and I got it, they know it's a guarantee. Even if we go.
So this has like a country touch to it, but it's hip hop. It's came out 3 months ago. Okay, how popular is it? I would imagine something that has the bridging of the genres, like this one does, would be a lot more popular than 87,000 views in 3 months. But in due time. Also, he did get a thumb. No, I'm not. No, it's just like he got like a thumb thing going on.
who down to ride, but who still with you when you fall. Loyal to a T, stick together when it's hard. Like I said, these my motherfucking dogs. So if they need it and I got it, they know it's a guarantee. Even if we going through it, no, there's really nothing to it that would do the same for me.
Me and my dog, great on our way to fetch a pay. Then we jumping over hurdles in our way. Me and my dog, cool, ain't much left for us. What's in the doghouse? Now we bout to raise a roof. Me and my dog, free, we be mobbing through the streets. Probably never should've let us off the leash. Me and my dog, yeet, we don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my can't pull the wool over my eyes, dances with wolves, ayy. Full moon up in the sky, I'm feeling full awake. My dogs, they down to unite like where the bulls play. Hooray, out to the night, we never knew a case. Who are they? Me and my dogs, they hit a newer phase. I grew the pace that they put on us, ain't no we move this way. Guess they read us wrong, wish we were a bluer shade, so they threw their shade. I can't.
Who does he sound like? I feel like he sounds like one of those Coast Contra dudes. He's got that roller coaster style flow with the high pitchedness. Like it takes some freaking adjustment too. I feel like you have to have bars if you rapping like that because it's very easy for that tone to get annoying.
Unite like where the bulls play. Hooray, out to the night, we never knew a case. Who are they? Me and my dogs, they hit a newer phase. I grew the pace that they put on us, ain't no we move this way. Guess they read us wrong, wish we were a bluer shade, so they threw their shade. I can't complain, it made us cool to hate. All my dogs is down to ride, all my dogs get to the pay. All my dogs don't bark, they didn't bite unless they got truths to say. All my dogs don't hide it all my dogs been through some things. All my dogs is ready for their call when we got moves to make.
Great on our way to fetch a pay. Then we jumping over hurdles in our way. Me and my dog, cool, ain't much left for us. What's in the doghouse? Now we bout to raise a roof. Me and my dog, free, we be mobbing through the streets. Probably never should've let us off the leash. Me and my dog, yeet, we don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my dog,
every dog has his day.
And he just looked like a human cloud. Like, yo, y'all ever watch The Amazing World of Gumball? One of the characters is a cloud. Like, or freaking the regular show, Top 5 Ghosts. Yo, you know what? It's these are low hanging fruits, and I should be ashamed of myself for sitting here making jokes about the people who own their freaking uniqueness. They own they own their freakishness. You know what I mean? The freakishness. That's not nice, but you know what I mean. They call themselves the Odd Squad family. This is part of their appeal, is the fact that they have these things going on with them, and they're out here still demonstrating their skill. And my dickhead ass is sitting here making fun of. Shame on me, man. God not done with me yet. I'm about to be 42 years old, but God is not done with me yet.
me and my dogs, free, we be mobbing through the streets. Probably never should've let us off the leash. Me and my dog, yeet, we don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my dog,
every dog has his day, and ours was breaking out that brace. We don't get steak every night, but ain't no kibble round this way. We not bearing our fangs, we don't bring them out when we play. We all bear some weight, we not alone when he quakes. It might get shaky, shit might go south, but I know my dog's gonna be here when shit goes down. And circle knit close, that's something the pack knows. If one go to war, then that's where the pack goes. You might get close, you ain't in the pack though. Just mark off them burnt bridges, that's what we got maps for. Made it out the doghouse and I see my tree. As long as my pack here, they all I need.
me and my dog, great on our way to fetch a pay. Then we jumping over hurdles in our way. Me and my dog, cool, ain't much left for us. What's in the doghouse? Now we bout to raise a roof. Me and my dog, free, we be mobbing through the streets.
Cat, you
Probably
added
never
this?
should've let us off the leash. Me and my dog, yeet, we don't even need to speak, but them busters know that we a different breed. Me and my dogs.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So this is my assessment of them as a group. Individually, I think that they would have more of a strength because it would be less of them taking from each other. None of them. I don't feel like any of their styles were unique enough to consist of making a group. When you have a group, it feels like when you put a group together, especially when it's like 3 or 4, you want several different. Like you want the guy that's higher energy. You want a flow that's a little bit more different. And I feel like Nubs and the albino guy kind of had very similar structure, very similar flow. Maybe on this track solely. But I found myself listening to them as a group, waiting for somebody to come with a standout verse. I don't think a standout verse was there. They might need to add one more person. They might need to add one more person to the Odd Squad family that changes the tempo and increases the energy on these tracks. Because I feel like they were all around the same energy level. But I do see where these type of groups are going to generate a fan base because they have a story behind them, and they're relatable. The personal interest story, whatever you want to call it, is relatable, and you don't feel like they're just like plants from the industry. Way too often you see these artists come out and you're like, oh, they're just emulating somebody else. Oh, they're just a carbon copy, or this is what the industry is doing right now. But you definitely don't get that with these dudes. So I can see how that will, garner a good amount of fan base. But I found myself wanting more there. I found myself wanting something extra, one more piece. All right, we can end that one.
Okay, this is bullshit. Moses was an asshole. Moses was a petty, immature, selfish man. Oh, he was good at one thing. That's bringing the worst out of everybody he met.
Yeah! And that nigga owe me $5.